Hey, yo, what's the deal? Man, it's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I'm saying? And right now I'm just here chilling up until, right now it's 1:25 in the afternoon. Here's November 2nd, 2024. You know what I mean? Here in Gowanus. So right now I'm just making this video until about an hour. You know what I mean? Where I go food shopping and stuff. Because, I definitely got to do some food shopping. You know what I mean? Because the nigga is starving like Marvin. I got to eat food. You know what I'm saying? So this video is actually about it's not a topic video, but I feel like I had to give my thoughts on this. This is about the releases of the 3 people from yesterday that WWE did during SmackDown, or I think it was right before SmackDown went. You know what I'm saying? Tegan Nox, Baron Corbin, and Indi Hartwell, right? And the reason why they did all of this, hands down, is because I think WWE is about to bring in, a lot of people from NXT. You know what I mean? So they had to make cuts. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the game is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make cuts. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm going to give, my thoughts on each of those cuts. But that's more than likely what's going to happen because, they got to make room for the NXT people, and I do believe that NXT people are going to want to, they're going to want to bring in people into NXT as well, either from the Performance Center, the WWE ID program, or from either TNA or AEW. You know what I mean? Like, definitely, or a combination of those 4. Yeah, definitely a combination of those 4 for sure. I said PC, WWE ID, TNA, and AEW. One of those 4. Those 4 for sure. So let me begin with Tegan Nox. So Tegan Nox, first and foremost, Tegan Nox is injury prone. She clearly is injury prone, and I think when you are injury prone in wrestling, like your momentum, it does go out a bit. It does. It goes out to the point where, it's like, they got to start over with you and you got to find the momentum and everything else. And so in the case of Tegan Nox, I remember, did she get injured in the Mae Young Classic? You know what I mean? She, the tournament that they had mad years ago. She's a product of the Mae Young Classic. You know what I'm saying? And she got hurt there, and then she comes on to NXT and main roster, and she gets hurt also. So it's like, this is one thing why I don't like the indie style, because of shit like this. Like, people get injured very, very easily, very quickly. So when you're always hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like, your momentum gets shot. It gets shot. Now, would she do well in the indies? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's definitely going to get bookings for sure. You know what I mean? She's clearly going to get bookings. What do I see her in TNA? No, I don't think so. Because again, and I got something to say about TNA too. Would I be surprised if AEW pick her up? No, I would not. No, I would not. Especially, for Ring of Honor. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what the fuck is going to happen. They're going to wind up picking up more ex-WWE people. You know what I mean? They're going to wind up picking up more of them. And then, they're not going to really do shit with them. You know what I'm saying? So I can clearly see Tegan Nox going to a Ring of Honor. You know what I'm saying? I can clearly see that taking place. Or, I'll go one even further. I would, if I'm woman of wrestling, wow, I would sign Tegan Nox. I really would. Why? Because, I could build her up. She would fit right into that, into that circle of women in that promotion. So I could see that taking place. You know what I'm saying? Indi Hartwell, believe it or not, I actually like Indi Hartwell. You know what I'm saying? Like, Indi Hartwell look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really into white women like that, but Indi Hartwell looked mad good. Indi Hartwell, like I said yesterday, Indi Hartwell looked like this girl who was a former coworker of mine she looked good than a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, imagine Indi Hartwell, right? But put her like caramel skinned. You know what I'm saying? That's what the girl looked like. She looked good. The thing about Indi Hartwell is that she actually was on TV. She was on TV. She was being used. She was being used and everything. And that's the one that really shocked me. I mean, no, Baron Corbin really, really shocked me. But, she's a person who, she was a hand. She definitely was a hand. WWE really didn't do much with her. NXT, wasn't she part of that group, The Way? I think she was part of that group, The Way, with her, Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, Austin Theory, and I believe it was Dexter Lumis in there too. She was there and stuff. If I'm TNA, I would sign her. That'd probably be one of the only people I would sign between her and Nox. I would definitely sign, Indi Hartwell. I will hold on to Indi Hartwell because I think Indi Hartwell has a lot to give. Like I said, she's cute. She is cute as fuck. She's great. She's a great in-ring competitor. I would keep her. I definitely would keep her. You know what I'm saying? Baron Corbin, you know what? I'm not really, really shocked how a lot of people make things out to be, with Baron Corbin. Because Baron Corbin is first and foremost, Baron Corbin is a product of the PC. He came from the PC and, he worked his way up, he worked his way up and everything. And you remember he was the lone wolf. And remember he won, in his debut, I think in 2016, he was the Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner. You know what I'm saying? At WrestleMania, and so I think it was 2015 or 16, one of the two. And, he made an immediate impact, right? So, Baron Corbin could have been used a little more. He wound up being a hand. He wound up being a hand and, the lone wolf gimmick was basically his best gimmick, period. You could have put him in somewhere and stuff. They tried many things with him, but it just would not work. And I understand, he dissed the indies and such, but he's matured. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to have matured. I can definitely see him, going to the indies for sure and making a name for himself. I don't see him in TNA. I would not be shocked if AEW makes a pickup. I would not be shocked. I clearly would not be shocked if AEW winds up signing Baron Corbin. It would not shock me. It legit would not shock me. But, it proves people's points that AEW is basically the place to sign ex-WWE guys, So I think out of the three, Baron Corbin could be the one to make noise, but I don't think he's going to make major noise. I think he's going to continue wrestling. Of course he's going to continue wrestling. What else is he going to fucking do? I know he was a former NFL player, and I think he also was what they call a bare knuckle boxing champion. But, nonetheless, I can definitely see Baron Corbin signing with AEW for sure. I would not be shocked if he winds up in Game Changer Wrestling, because he's still gonna wrestle. Let's keep it a buck. He's still gonna wrestle. He's still gonna fucking wrestle. There's nothing else that he can do. He's not like Ryback. He's nothing like Ryback. But I definitely, like I said, I think Baron Corbin does have value. If he goes to AEW, fine. That's absolutely fine. He's probably going to be more than likely on Rampage, Collision, or Ring of Honor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see him doing anything big and major. That's why I say the Indies to me is the best spot for him. Because he could make a name for himself. He could. He legit could. Shit, I could even see him going to fucking MLW. You know what I mean? I could see him going there or like the NWA and shit like that. You know what I mean? I could see that happening, but if there was one out of the three, I would keep Indi Hartwell. Fuck it. I would put her in TNA. Put in TNA, build her up in TNA and then, start her fresh. Start her really fresh. And then when you want to bring her back to WWE, the main roster, there you go. You can do that. You know what I mean? Because I think she has a lot of upside. I clearly think she does. She's fucking cute. Like, she is fucking cute as shit. You know what I mean? But that's my take on the three releases and such. Maybe I might come back with another video. I know Crown Jewel is on as we speak. I heard about Goldberg, announcing his retirement. To me, I think Braun Breaker should be the one to retire him. You know what I'm saying? But I will definitely catch y'all tonight and make another video. All right? Peace.